Good morning, students. Today we are going to continue with the chapter 1. So today we are going to see about what is interface and implementation. Interface is nothing but the defining the thing, and then the implementation is actually the action carried out. Actually what we are going to do is called as an implementation, and then what we have to do in the form of the definition is called as an interface. So here the one of the example, that is a day-to-day life example, is given as a car driver, a car, and then the car driver, and then how the engine is working out here. That will be given as an example for the interface and then for the implementation. Here that is when the driver wants to improve the speed of the car, then he will press the accelerator, that is called as an interface. Here the accelerator is called as an interface. He doesn't know about the working of the engine. Actually what is the engine will do? The engine will do all the things, that is nothing but it will uses the fuel, pressure, and then the electricity, so that it will give the speed to drive the car. So that will be the part of the engine. So this particular engine work is defined as an implementation, and interface is nothing but the accelerator. So here the actual difference between the interface and then the implementation is given. So it's a just definition of what we are going to do, and then the implementation is like we are going to carry out the things what we have defined under the interface. So what are the characteristics of the interface? It enables an object to be created and operated properly. So here that is a class. We are going to define a class, means we are going to include all the variables and then the members. So this particular template is, we are going to call it as an interface. And then using the object, we are going to run that particular class definitions. So the behavior is controlled by executing the functions through the object. So next topic is the pure function. What is a pure functions? Which gives the exact result when the same arguments are passed. So the familiar example of your mathematical function, sine function is given. That is a sine of 0 means always it will give the result as a 0. So it won't give the different answer for the same argument 0. So if you want to get the different values, means you have to pass a different argument. If the function is giving the same result for the same argument, means it's called as a pure function. And then the one more example is also discussed, that is a square of the x value. When you are going to pass the any one of the constant value for your x, like 3 means always it will give the 9. It won't give different answer for the when you are going to executing under the different time. So when you are going to executing for more than one time with the same argument, then it will display the same result, means it will called as an pure function. So then automatically, what is a impure function? So it's nothing but your that is when you are going to pass the argument, but it's not depends upon the argument, it also forces some external force, means it's called as an impure function. So it will give different answers. So here the example, mathematical example discussed is the random off. So what is a random off? So what is a function random off? It gives a random value, like your one-time password, OTP. So the random off function will generate the different answers for the same function name, but it gives a different value. So it is called as an impure function. So it's not only depends on the function which is defined under the inside the function. So it is called as an impure function. Here it is a example for the pure function, that is a x value. When you are passing the x value, it gives a x square value, and then when you are going to pass a sign of 0, always it will give the result as 0. Yes, I think so you are familiar with the pure and impure functions and interface and implement. What is the interface? Is a definition. Implementation is nothing but the execution. And then the example discussed is the driving of a car. So thank you students. As I go through with the content and then try to answer the book back questions. Thank you.